Now, from this April as the next fiscal year, we already started the preparation for this. But what is our plan for this fiscal year, with the subsidy, a new subsidy of Ministry of Education? Now, OCW and MOOC and LMS and the MOOCs, these online faculty community, and the knowledge sharing, those are not interlinked with each other today. And now this year, we want to integrate them systematically. Now, why do we have to do this? Well, of course, by using the students using this tool and the faculty using this tool is still limited. And we have this kind of external factor for our motivation. But we also think that without these programs initiative interlinked, we do not really be able to learn about the learning, because LMS uses only about 200 courses, and like this was the most popular course in the OCW. I mean, these are statistical stats that we can gain. But for example, Kyoto University student A, how did this student use this course, and what was the impact? Was there any positive impact or negative impact? I mean, we have to understand this situation for each individual student. And also another perspective, this is a government subsidy for 3 years. So we have to prove to the government that this subsidy was positively utilized. Dr. Liu said a very good thing now, something good, because it's a good idea. I mean, but we should, instead of that, we have to be able to say that because of this evidence, with this evidence, we can prove that this is a very good trial. And the education innovation, education improvement, we have to make sure that we have an evidence for this. And this collect and analyze via teaching and learning data. This is the very important part. And as a Kyoto University, well, Professor Kitano said earlier, the Super Global University initiative, Kyoto University will be one of them, because this is a very important theme for the national government in Japan. And how can Kyoto University contribute to this? Kyoto University Global Academy, I mean, is equal to the SGU, Super Global University. Now, we have the Professor Kita joining us today, but we have the Institute for Liberal Arts and Science and the leading universities, and we have students with us today, and we have many projects and contents for these organizations. Now, how, including ICT and MOOC, can we better utilize them? For example, for each department, if we request each department to send out more Japanese students to study overseas, but they said that then they cannot graduate within 4 years, then what about taking the degree from overseas universities? And then this is where the online can be better utilized. Now, students from abroad, they want to come to Japan and study at Kyoto University, but the cost of living is too expensive and cannot afford to stay for 4 years. Then, for the first 2 years, they can start studying online and get credit and come to Kyoto University for 2 years. I mean, this is top of my head, an idea, and not materialized yet, but those kind of a creative idea can become possible. And then more students and more faculty can gain more interest in the teaching and learning with each other. And also as agenda for Kyoto University, the strength of Kyoto, which is the research area, research activity, how should we appeal this more to the world? And also with our center, CPEHE, how to improve the teaching skill can be better harnessed. And Dr. Liu also presented this in a more sophisticated manner, but the faculty and students should not live in a separate world. The teaching should maximize the learning. And for many years, I have a supporter for this idea. But also, we have to prove this. And this concept is a mature academy. Anyone can become a teacher. And everybody can learn from and teach to each other and grow. And this sounds nice, but doing this, implementing it, is very difficult. Actually, we have Yeon-san, the student from Korea, raised a question earlier. This a world of open education, my class in English. I mean, she joined this class, and in this class, the course, I am taking a venture to turn students to become teachers. The lifetime is limited, so they cannot make a whole course, but this is the actual video that the student was doing the project basis activities and trying to teach something. I mean, from the freshmen to the seniors, I mean, they are the undergraduates, and they've never experienced teaching a course to other people. But when they experience this, they know the difficult task of a teacher and how and better they can communicate and teach a concept to others. Through the active learning, deepen the understanding is very important. But on the other side, the education to lead students to have many different aspects is very important. Well, I don't have much time. I want to put up the fireworks before I close my speech, as I usually do. Up until open courseware, we have been racing an institution level, but this MOOC, the individual faculty, is racing for the competences. So the power has been shifting from organization level to individual level. And now some interesting pictures. The Iron Chef program. Now, faculties are iron chefs and racing for the better teaching skill, like a cooking skill race. And the students are like through the MOOC involved in the eating competition and eat as much as possible. Like I took 40 MOOC certificates. And become the winner of this competition. And the globally, well, started to decelerate a little bit, but still, the MOOC and expectations upon MOOC is very high globally. There are many initiatives throughout the world. And as Dr. Liu said earlier, that both Harvard University, Kyoto University will continue to survive in the future, but the higher education, including the universities, have to serve as the intellectual buffet and offer all you can eat or all you can learn. If we can offer this as a higher education institute, then students can learn as much as they want. This is a very wonderful environment.